Which one do you think is 90s? I really like the MP. Come on, quad. Come on, multi. Oh my gosh, that was my first time playing today. So hello gamers. Recently I made a poll with video ideas. 50% of the votes were to do versus videos, so I'm gonna do more of those because people want to see them, I guess. And today I wanted to do a very interesting versus the MP7 versus the P90 Civvy mag, because people have been talking about, oh, P90 Civvy mag, direct upgrade to the MP7, and I want to see, is this true? And let me tell you, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but they do have some major upsides and downsides. First, let's talk about the MP7. The MP7 does 30 to 18 damage at 950 RPM. So keep in mind that is more max, more min at a higher fire rate. Now it does have a pretty slow reload, as you can tell, like it's not super fast. It used to be considered fast. If you watch my tips and tricks part 2 video, you'll understand why it used to be considered fast. Recoil is pretty accurate, you know, it hits shots if I'm actually good at the game, which I'm not. And this thing just goes, honestly, like incredibly low rank. And if you put hollow points on it, it does 36 to like 15. It does lose LRC potential, obviously, when you do that, but up close it does get a 3 hit, which is pretty nice. And 950 RPM 3 hit at pretty accurate recoil and a 30 round mag is kind of like a Vector. Obviously Vector shoots faster, has less bullets, whatever. It doesn't freaking 7 hit in LRC, but it's kind of like a budget Vector, which is honestly pretty cool, you know. But look at this, it's so accurate. It's one of my favorite PDWs. I just really like it. I didn't even use it when I was a low rank. I just started using it when I was a high rank and I liked it. It just goes. I mean, it's pretty good in hip fire as well. I guess maybe because I'm using stubby grip, but who knows, dude. Just keep in mind the recoil on this gun, because we're going to compare it to the P90 in a second. Keep in mind the fire rate, what it's doing, you know, how it's killing an LRC. Let's just keep all of that in mind. And there you go. There's another freaking triple. But then you got the P90, which does 25 to 17. As you can see, a lot less damage. It actually has a lot better damage ranges though. It has exactly the same muzzle velocity, but better damage ranges. It actually 4 hits a little bit farther, I believe, even though right after it starts dropping, it just completely loses its 4 hit, because 25 damage is barely a 4 hit kill. And yeah, because of that, hollow points does not fix this thing's incredibly bad damage. It still can't 3 hit even with hollow points. But as you can see, it does have a lot faster reload than the MP7 does. Keep in mind, this is with the Civvy mag. We are not comparing the regular mag because it's a completely different gun, you know, 50 bullets. One of them's like a pseudo LMG, the other one's like a close range gun. As you can see from this recoil though, it is a lot worse. And this is with the full setup, by the way. I'm running Barska, Electro, Comp, Stubby, which is basically exactly the same loadout, except on Delta I used the Delta sight. I mean, not on Delta, on MP7 I used the Delta sight. But it does kill at range, as you can see, like, it's still killing people. The reload is faster, but the RPM is actually a little bit slower, and I'm not doing as much damage per shot. Even with this recoil, though, you can see I'm actually still hitting shots. It's actually pretty manageable. Like, if you pull down, you can actually hit stuff. If you pull down, it's like, it's pretty horizontal as well. I have a very good horizontal recoil setup for it, and the vertical recoil is still pretty bouncy, but like the horizontal is terrible even with a horizontal recoil setup, which is Comp and Stubby, which is pretty much the best horizontal recoil setup you can get. Man, what are they doing? Also, the P90 does have a long barrel. I just don't use it. It makes your 4 hit range a little bit worse, and your recoil is technically worse because you can't use a compensator, so I don't really recommend it, but like you can use it. It does make your 6 hit maybe a little bit farther away, so maybe a better 5 hit by a little bit. But when you do 17 damage, you're probably going to lose your 5 hit pretty fast. You'll find this gun to be kind of a P shooter at range, honestly. But to be fair, honestly, like the MP7 is also a P shooter at range, so they have that in common. But yeah, 30 rounds versus 30 rounds. Worse recoil and worse RPM, but I think faster movement, better pen. Let's go back to the MP7. I'm just going to show you. This is the reload, a little bit slower. People say it's like terrible. It's not terrible. It's just pretty slow, especially considering it is a PW, and like PWs are supposed to be the fast reload guns. But it does feel a little bit more accurate, and it definitely is a little bit more accurate. As you can see, like, pretty horizontal. This is also a horizontal recoil setup once again. It's exactly the same. Comp and Stubby, which should be pretty good for horizontal recoil, but it's not really that good even with this setup. People will tell me that the P90 and MP7 has similar recoil, and I guess you could say that, like, in terms of how they move, but P90 has way worse. Like the MP7 with Comp and Stubby just becomes like way better, you know? It does become kind of a beam. Still kind of wavy, but like P90 recoil, oh, it's trash. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh. Yeah, you're trash. So yeah, reload time is about 2.5 seconds, which is actually exactly the same as the P90 with a regular mag, which is so dumb because the P90 with a regular mag has 50 bullets. However, P90 Civvy mag has a 2-second reload, which is just dumb fast, you know? Hello gamers, this is Strider the next day. I wasn't able to finish this video. I had to go out and then I only finished like half of the video. So to really end this off, I think I'm gonna go complete advanced stats and compare everything side by side so we can just figure out which one is best. And then I'm gonna give you my full opinion. Also, it's really annoying. I can't go between like scout and assault to show you each gun in each category. Like for example, I can't put P90 in assault and then keep going between scout and assault because there literally is no way to get PDWs in any other class, which is such a bad feature. It's also annoying because you can't have multiple loadouts for one PDW. Like you can do that with every other gun. Anyways, enough complaining. MP7 30 max, P90 25 max, MP7 18 min, P90 17 min, 950 RPM, 900 RPM. So more damage, more RPM from the MP7, 40 max range and 80 min range, and 70 max range and 110 min range. So the P90 has better damage ranges. They have the same multis and the same muzzle velocity. The P90 has better suppression and just a little bit better pen. The MP7 has better recoil and recovery speed, and the P90 has better reloads. In fact, the P90 with a regular 50 round mag is the same reload time as the MP7. So 50 bullets for the same reload, or 30 rounds, which is the same as the MP7 for a way better reload, which is just kind of stupid. So overall, the advantages of the MP7 are better recoil, better damage, and better RPM. But the advantages of the P90 are better pen, better ranges, better capacity, or better reloads, more suppression, and the same walk speed, but with the Civvy mag, you actually get a better walk speed of 15, which 15 walk speed is actually incredibly fast. For example, you got the Karambit that has 16 walk speed, and that's a melee, a very small melee. Same with the knife, which is supposed to be like a really fast melee. It has just 1 more walk speed than the P90 Civvy mag, but 2 more than the MP7. In fact, certain small melees like the Dark Heart actually have the same walk speed. So the P90 has walk speeds of some melees, faster reloads, more pen, can have a much bigger mag, and other than that, it's kind of the same gun, you know? I guess it has worse recoil, but like the recoil is still really manageable, I'd say. In my opinion, it's pretty manageable. Maybe for some people wouldn't be that manageable, I don't know. It is a lot of vertical climb, especially with a horizontal loadout, and if you don't have a horizontal loadout, good luck hitting anything at all. But yeah, what do you guys think about these guns? Which one do you think is the better one? I'd say the P90 is the better one, honestly, which is surprising because I really like the MP7, but I also really like the P90, so. Come on, quad. Come on, multi. Oh my gosh. That was my first time playing today. Literally 6-1 on my first time playing. I mean, yeah, you have to say overall P90 is probably better, but MP7 lower unlock rank, better time to kill. It's pretty good, honestly. Both of these guns are pretty similar, and if you have one that you like more, like if you like the MP7 more, good for you. The gun actually does say intended as a competitor to the P90, and that's completely true. Even the real life MP7 is supposed to be a competitor to the P90. That just goes to show, like, these guns are pretty similar, and I'd say that now that the Civvy mag is around, P90 basically just beats it out. Before they were kind of balanced. I'd say MP7 needs a buff. That's just my opinion. I think it needs a little bit more damage, a little bit better ranges, maybe a little bit more pen. I don't know. In real life, the 5.7 round, I think, has more pen. Like, it penetrates walls better than whatever this is, like the 5.45 that it uses. But obviously, take that with a complete grain of salt, since, like, I'm not a super big gun nerd in real life. Like, I understand guns in this game, but I don't really understand every gun in real life, you know? People who like guns in the comments, please let me know. That would be very nice. But anyways, that basically rounds up the video. I gotta go with the P90 Civvy mag being better, but MP7 is still very good and probably better its own way. Plus, it's a very low unlock rank. But then again, you got this gun, you know, MP5K/10. Like, this thing is just insane. I wish I could say that, ooh, MP7 better than this, but no, this thing is just so much better, and it's rank 0, so just use this. Anyways, if you enjoyed, please like. If you're new, please sub, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.